Alright, we're back at it. Looks like we're up. I don't think I need music yet. Why are they... Oh, I went through and changed them. Okay. So, I think today I kind of just want to work on making a tower. My idea is that if I just start making all these different maps and kind of get them blocked in, as in like sketching out the areas and not worrying too much about the fine details, that I can kind of piece it together afterwards. That is my theory. Let's see. I think this has everything but the water. Make sure this has water. Oops, just so that goes between the two, I believe. Just wait. So I'm going to duplicate this down here. Duplicate it again down here. And so that's pretty good. You know, 3 floors for a template. We can always add more. Like a tower could easily have more, right? But for now, that's good. So that's our updated template. I'm gonna make sure it looks like we have everything. Actors, overplayer, good. And I don't use inherited scenes because I've had lots of headaches with those. It seems like if you edit the base scene that they're inheriting from, that things just kind of get wonky. So I don't even mess with that. Anyway, so we do duplicate instead, and this is going to be... I'm just, putting any kind of name for now. All right, so first we have to rename that. We can do it like that. All right, so we have that initiated. And I might... let's see what we have. I might want to make a new wall. We got cave walls. We have just like regular walls. I kind of want a block wall. Let's make that real quick, just so I can visualize this better. We don't need that anymore. We'll come back to that. I also at some point I want to play around with lighting effects. That's for another time. I'm just gonna go up to my walls, and I think we're gonna leave, like, in case I want extras. Alright, so these are gonna be... Actually, we're gonna do a different format. So I was kind of thinking, like, we had that kind of color, and like maybe... I guess if these are blocks, they're just going to be repeated. So I should probably start by doing something like this. Although one side is not going to have that, right? I think that's right. So if we do like a little bit of a shadow here. How would we tile that? That would be for a bigger block. Oh, I know, okay. So we're going to get that set up first. Let's just see what that looks like. This doesn't really tile right. So we could go one lower. That way we can get even block sizes. I think that should work. If we do that and then put that one there. Alright, so we get something like that. And then it's pretty much, we just have to figure out like the width of these. And so maybe, you know, something like that. But then that doesn't really add up. It's tricky. So 8 by 8. I guess it doesn't have to be even. We could go with bigger blocks as well. Like if we do that, that adds up. Okay, that's going to be our map. Yeah, and that also, yeah, there we go. All right, that's the ticket. And so that should be a seamless tile. But now we run into the issue of how do we stack it? Like, do I just give it a shadow and call it a day? Like maybe there's not really a shadow, but maybe there's just like some kind of, I don't know, base to it. We can see what that looks like. And should probably get it. Let's make a shadow tile for it while we're in here. And so the shadow tile, I'm going to keep the format the same, put it right below. And basically, I'm just going to go in here. We're going to do color replace. So that's going to go even darker. We do this. And we apply that to another one. We're going to change this color now. And that's going to go, I think, to that. Right, so we're just pushing it one stop darker. Talking like I'm doing photography, one stop less light. And so it's good to get that in the art. Not that, that looked similar. We just want the whole thing. Alright. I might need to get my second pot of coffee going. My second cup, rather. Alright, so if we did it right, yeah, there we go. So I think we have to change the name of this, because this, you know, what is that? It's not quite cobblestone, but I'm just going to call it cobblestone for now. And it's going to be walls, shadow. And so I think, yeah, for now, well, no, we'll do an atlas. Put like brick, light. Is that the format we're sticking with? Okay, that's fine. We'll do an underscore. And I do a new atlas down here. Are we doing shadow or shadows? Okay. So does this be changed to walls, cobblestone, wall shadow, cobblestone? And really, I should probably just manually go and find that with the with this prefix, but this is all right for now. We have walls, brick, and then walls, brick, shadow. Oops, wall shadow, brick. you might be wondering, like, why do you name these things kind of backwards, right? Like, shouldn't it be like light brick, shadow wall, right? But it's so that when I'm in here, all of my walls, you know, when we sort alphabetically, right, all my walls go in the same place, all of my wall shadows go in the same place, which gets me thinking maybe shadow should be at the end. We can always just switch that up later. But for now, let's try and, perhaps this purple outline is our viewport, so I can use that as a baseline. I think we also just do that. That's pretty nice. So we can get some grass, right? And so in my mind, I'm thinking I want the player to be able to walk up. We should be able to fill this in now, yeah. And we probably want to do like a light pathway too. Like we have these aged cobbles we could use, but I think they would have matching stone, right? So we could just do like a copy and paste of this, and I mean, really, we could do that for each floor, but then it's like maybe you should start using a palette swap shader. But negative. I think for now we're just going to use that gray. It's not ideal, but which reminds me, I also need a for paths, which goes here. It's another thing I have to add to my template, but it's all right. And that would just use the bottom, I believe, and then all I have to do is reset that. That's the main floor. Do like floor, and actually I take that back. We lay the floor first. Oops, don't want priority. Let's probably use the light. So lay the main floor, right? Do something like that. Or is that wrong? Yeah, I take that back. We have to go. Let's take this off. Put this on the paths. And then main floor, we want to fill that back in with grass. So get rid of that, and then you can't see it, but it's under there. See if we take that off. And then what I want to go through is with these age tiles, we're just gonna kind of like paint over it, right? Just let the whole thing be really, no, maybe not that much. You want it to kind of feel natural. And so maybe there's a door there. And so we need a floor in here, which I guess will be, oh no, oh no, no, no. Why does it keep doing that? Didn't I pick this right? Do I have to like change the tool? What? I'm not on priority. I don't understand why it's, okay, I guess it doesn't care. Just doing its own thing. That makes no sense. I don't get that. Like it's doing priority even though I don't have priority enabled. I don't know, sometimes, well, that's a weird one too. don't get it. Sometimes this thing, yeah, there are these stupid bugs. Other than that, I mean, I love Godot, I really do, but like that should not be happening because I don't have priority enabled. Like, maybe if we just fill it with something, and then if I fill it with that, and then we just go and override it. Like, it thinks those are different indexes than they are. To like manually go through. I don't know. It's a weird one. Very, very weird bug. So I think we do need a floor. We also want to start thinking about the overplayer. Yeah, looks okay. I just need to do the main floor, like all of this. We maybe went too dark. No, that kind of looks right. And so do the same thing here. I think maybe do something like this. I really want to be able to fill that in. I don't know why it's being such a butthead. I mean, it's not the end of the world to have to manually go in here and do this. It makes no sense. It's out of control. So we just kind of do this. I have the wrong floor anyway. Why? It makes no sense. It shouldn't be doing this. Absolutely not. Let's look this up. Oh, hey. Oh, right on. Hey, Panda. If you're still here, do you have any recommendations for videos or courses to learn it? Let me think. I'm trying to remember who these people are. Let me see if I can find it. I'll do a quick search for you. It's like GYA Studio. Something like that. No, I don't think that's right. It's not GAY. GYA. What is that? Oh, they did Strikey Sisters. DYA. Okay, DYA Games. So Panda, if you were here, I think they're doing a great job, and they have a lot of tutorials. Well, actually, it's not really a tutorial, but they just walk you through their process, and I think their pixel art's really, really good. You got Ryu from Breath of Fire 3. That's a classic. So they do a time lapse, right? So it's sped up. You can slow it down though if you want. And I think I don't know if they're using a sprite here. Yeah, I guess they are. It's hard to tell from the thumbnail. It looks like it. Yeah, so check them out. There's another. I'd have to get back to you on that. If you want, like, go comment when you get a chance. Like, leave a comment on. Actually, no, I'll just take a note. It's all right. I was going to say comment on another video, so that way I'll get the notification. But I think if I can just put a note here. And it's, Actually, I have no way to reach you. So yeah, just comment on a video that's already posted, and I'll send you some more resources. There's another guy, I think his name is like Benjamin Spree or something like that. Not on Discord. But yeah, DIY games, that's a good start. I'm not going to go through my subscriptions right now, but yeah, so we'll get you hooked up. Other than that, just you might want to like download sprite sheets from games that you like. You can go on Spriter's Resource. Their website honestly kind of sucks. I mean, there's just so many ads, but they've got most of what you would ever want. So check that out. Just keep in mind there's going to be a lot of ads. The website's kind of slow, but it's a good resource. Self-teach for what? Pixel art? Yeah, in terms of pixel art, yeah, but I actually have an art degree. Well, I have several art degrees. So I have that background, but pixel art's kind of a whole different beast. But it definitely helped, even though I was never really good at drawing or painting. But I did take classes on digital art and a lot of photography and things like that. Right, like the main thing, if I give you one tip in terms of art, like think about highlights, midtones, and shadows, right? We call that value, like how things go from light to dark. And just by adding highlight and shadow, right, you can create texture and depth to these objects. Right, if it's just all one color, it's flat, right? We don't get really any sense of space. And also keep in mind your perspective, right? Try and keep that consistent. This bed's not exactly a good example, but like see how I have that barrel, right? It's at an angle. It's a top-down view. You want to keep those things consistent throughout the game. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that was going to be my next point. That's up to you. There are pros and cons to switching up your palette and limiting it. I'm a big believer in limitations. I think there's a lot of power that comes out of that because when you have less options, right, it's easier to make decisions. And so I like sticking to a palette. I think it provides an extra layer of consistency to your art style. But yeah, I mean, I've made games in just black and white or monochrome. That's something that can really work. It's up to you. You got to experiment and see what works for you personally, right? What was I gonna look up? I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to me. It's gonna be something about palettes. Yeah, you got it. Happy to help. Now this bug is just driving me nuts. Like it should not be doing random tiles here. It's absolutely incorrect, and I don't have anything that would be telling it to do that. Maybe we just put it on paths. Is that gonna? Okay. Yeah, something weird is happening here. Something very weird. Okay, well that explains that, but like, do I have to do this first or something? I know I'm on the wrong color as well. If I do that, this, what? That should only happen if you do it with priority. We'll just leave it for now, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about that. Maybe I will. I'll do a reload. I'm gonna grab a drink, be right back. Let's see if that fixed it. I doubt it, but okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it did fix it. Okay. Sometimes you just got to do that reload. All right. One for Godot. Yeah, good question. Am I using multiple tile maps? I am I? I don't know. Let's see. No, so I have one main one for the art, but I do have multiple layers, and they just use a variant of that tile map, and then I have different tile maps for the auto tiles, because those have to be separate just with how I have my code set up. Now, if I was using Godot 4, I could just have, I think they have built-in tile map layers. I don't know which version you're using, but yeah, if you use 4, you don't have to have all this mess. But I'm kind of hard-headed and I like 3. So let's see. I think we need to open this up actually. Get this. And start like splitting up these rooms. I think this one we're gonna work with some symmetry for now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks about right. That goes there, and use the eyedropper. Get that, and then on the top layer, that's where I do my doors. And these will just be wooden. I don't know how I feel about that. That might just need to be a regular wall. I don't know, something's off with that, right? Like the perspective or something. What is that? I don't know. We'll have to come back to that. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I think it does look better like that, though. I probably just need a sideways door. Yeah, that's the problem. I wonder if I can just rotate. Yeah. I mean, that's better than before, I think. But we really need to make to fit with the perspective. Yeah, that doesn't work. Let's just keep it like that. And let's get some of these torches. Yeah, no. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's move our player. Just do a quick test. What? I have to put this in there. We call it Tower of Gaia. All right. These these particles might be a little bit too much. All right, that. I think we might have like a side entrance to this thing. I don't know. I'll come back to that. Let's see, latest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a separate sprite for the sideways doors. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I like having all of my art in one place as much as possible. Not only does it cut down on the number of files that you have, it also just allows you to like work on it more easily because you have it all right here. And you can keep it consistent, right? Because anytime you need to kind of reference your other art, it's all there in one place. So I think it's really helpful to keep it as contained as possible, for sure. And it's like I do all of my characters on one as well. So um, mm, mm, grab that. So maybe this kind of bumps out. That. Maybe it's like a T, in which case I should probably be thinking about, no, let's change this up. I'm gonna do, first off, let's see, tell me, I'm just trying to see if my sizes match. No, so we're a little bit off in terms of symmetry. Not this bug again. There we go. We got one extra on this side. So I think I do want to keep that symmetry. So what I'll do, just cut this and slide it down. This feels like it calls for symmetry here. I just have to clean that up. Go on the main floor. Flop that. Flop that. So torches can stay. Oops. That's wrong. Good. And that'll go on over player. All right. So here I think I'm just gonna extend this wall. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Should be right? Now we have to go up one. Oops. All right. Was that on the main floor? Where is that beach tile coming from? So take this off. Is that on paths? On here? Here? Really, I should make, I didn't even do that right. I should make some kind of custom tool for making these walls, because this is kind of ridiculous. And we might just do that right now. So I'm kind of tired of manually switching up between the tools and the layers here. So that looks about right. I feel like I want columns here. Be on this layer. The column base. Pillars. And maybe one's jacked up. Maybe they're both jacked up. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's see. I think I want to hide these rooms. So you don't know what's in them until you walk in. I think that would be good. And definitely need some jars. Down there. Layer. Does that work? Trying to create like an arch. I don't know if it really makes sense here though. It might make more sense on the front. Do like do this. No, it just kind of looks weird. I guess that makes sense. Did like this. Here's what we need. Yeah. Yeah. I think things like that are going to make the environments much more interesting. You know, adding some more dimension to it. Probably want to remove these torches, but maybe not. Looks good. Alright. So probably stairs right in the middle. Check the depth here. Everything looks good. Although we have collision here, which isn't right. Those are not on the right layer. So we gotta take that. Can I pick both? Put that on overplayer. No good? Let's see. It's that one. Overplayer. This one here, right? All right, cool. Let me just take that off of there, and then I think main floor has that by accident. It's a little tricky with once you add any kind of like depth, if everything's flat, it's pretty easy to make these maps, but okay, that's still not right. Okay. Oh, what happened there? It should update right in real time. Yeah, cool. That's what we want. Definitely want some variance in these walls. Let's put some chest foot in. It's one of my favorite things about Godot is how everything updates in real time. It's wonderful. That chest really needs a better sprite. Just winging it. Oh yeah, I am just winging it. You got an asset pack for platformers. Yeah, I mean that's how I began using art I found on Open Game Art. That was the easiest way to do it. And then you can start to pick up like techniques that they're using for shading, and you can also play a lot of games and observe the art. But I do have like a general idea of what I want to do. Like I knew I wanted this to be a tower. I knew I was going to be going vertical. I knew I wanted symmetry. I wanted these kind of lighter, like sand colored blocks. So I was thinking about that ahead of time. But other than that, I do pretty much just kind of wing it, as you say. How'd you make an animated tile? That's a great question. I'd be happy to show you that. I thought they were just static tiles you could place with collision. Which tiles are you referring to in that? So animated tile, I'm gonna tackle that, and then I'll get to the torch. So the torch, if we go to, it's gonna be on tile map layer top. You can see it's animating in here, right? So if I click on that tile map data, or that tile set data, sorry. You can see that I have the torch as a resource here. And that resource we can find right here. That torch is an animated texture resource where you add X number of frames that you need, and each frame is an individual frame for the animation. I tried doing it with an atlas texture, like what you use for tile maps, but you can't supply that in here. So I had to make separate frames for these. I do the same thing for the portal. And in Asprite, you can just, like, if you have your ASE file, you just go to File Save As or Save Copy As, and just change it to PNG. And normally it'll be like torch.png, right? And it'll save it as separate frames, separate image files, I should say. And then you can just drag that into here. I mean, you're on Godot 4, so keep in mind it's going to be a little bit different. And in fact, they might have changed it completely, you know? So what I'm telling you could be outdated for sure. Actually, that's the wrong there. But you can see I put the torch in the portal here. And then you just make a new tile for it. No, it is on the tile map. That is 100% on the tile map. That's why I do it that way instead of making like an area 2D, or I guess it would probably be what, like a static collision, whatever that's called. But yeah, that's like if I can toggle that tile map, it's those are all on there. And additionally, I run through, if we go to layer, let's see, you can see I go through, in this create particles function, I loop through and find all my torches, and then I place an embers particle effect on it. And so I'm automatically creating, at runtime, these embers that you'll see. And so that way I don't have to place one at each tile. It just automatically finds them and does that. And we do the same thing for the portal, which I think my character is, no, I'm testing that right now. If we go to like the witch's castle, I don't know if you saw when I was working on that. But I'm doing the same thing with the particle effect. It's just a different effect. Yeah, that's not working right now because I've got other code happening. Yeah, static body 2D. Yeah. And then verticality, mimicking verticality. So are you talking about like how I'm creating, like how I have these layers, and I'll run it so I can kind of go through it. You mean like how I'm doing this, right? Like how the player walks behind certain layers? Which reminds me, these are not being Y sorted. These particles, I have to fix that. I mean, if that's what you meant about the verticality, all I'm doing is just layering things. It's kind of like sandwiching, right? Like you have the bottom layer, which is the grass, and the main walls and the floor. All these items are on a top layer, and then I have what I call an overplayer layer. Oh, there's a little issue there. That it's the same as the bottom layer, but it doesn't have collision. And so I can use it for things like this, where we want to draw them, but we don't want to collide with them. Let me fix that one tile really quick. That's an issue, yeah. Everything else looks good. We might as well get that there for posterity's sake. And see, so like all these walls that are on this layer are collidable, and all of this is just, you can walk through it. Going up is just going forward. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Oh, you mean it's a tower. Do you mean like transitioning between floors? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was actually just about to get to that on this, so I can show you that real quick. I think I was just planning out like where my stairs would be. I want it right smack dab in the center. Maybe get some torches here. That's kind of cool. Even. Maybe that's too much. So I think, I don't know if floor transitions will work right now. I have to check. What, we have to make the floor first. So I have main floor and second floor. So like, let me get that set up. I have this overlay. Just kind of spread this out. And so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna copy this whole thing, and I'm just gonna paste it right on top. And I'm going to do the same thing with, what would it be? This over player layer. Copy that and, oh wait, I went on the wrong layer. And then we should be able to paste it on here. I don't know why it's not letting me do that, but let's see what's happening here. I need that to go away. There we go. So if we select all of that, there we go. And now I can paste that part. All right, so now hide that. We don't want, I'm not doing that. I do need this. Then on our main floor, sorry, on this one, I'm gonna do this. I'm just getting this set up and then I'll walk you through it. Why are those showing? Okay, we just don't want that. So make rid of those. Turn that back on, but minimize it. So I might change that for the towers because this doesn't really look like it's going up. What I can do is just kind of shift it up. Like if I take this whole thing and we have grid snap, I just need to, what do I have to do? Lock it. No, we want that. All right, so we can go like this. I don't know. See, I haven't done a tower yet. That is a new one. But in towns, what I normally did was just, I drew this overlay and then we just create the floor transition. It's like the floor would be, let me get that part done at least. If we turn this back on, it's going to be right there. All right, so if I run this, it should hide that second floor automatically. And then we go up, and now we're on the second floor. And so everything on the first floor is hidden. Well, it's darkened. I think what I'll probably do is in the tower, we can increase that for starters. So we go back down, boom. But really, if I was going to stick with that, I'd have to raise this up. And what we could do is create a floor height variable. Link to the past. I don't remember how they do it in Link to the Past. I've played it a lot. I mean, yeah, the stairs are. I'm trying to think. Link to the Past. I think they use a transition in Link to the Past. But you can always see the floor beneath you. Maybe that's what you mean. I think I'm going to make some custom code here, and maybe in here we're going to have. We're going to do floor height. And it'll be in cells. So like, how many blocks? 4 for now. And so what I can do is when I loop through my floors, I can just bump these things up. So maybe if I do that in connect floors, maybe. And and just change the name of that later. We'll do like floor dot position dot y minus equals. It's going to be floor cells style. Is that not? All right. Let's do this. So now it should bump automatically each floor up. So let's see. No, that did not work. Let's see what happened. Floor dot position dot y minus equals. Oh, we never set floor height. No, we did. So it should be minus equals. Yeah, it should be minus 32, right? Maybe global. That's weird. So look, I can just. Oh, I know why. Duh. Has to be. Alright, and cells. We have to do this. For pixels is going to be this. It's going to be. So the basement won't adjust because it'll be multiplied by 0. But each successive floor will get bumped up 32 more pixels. If my calculations are right. Up here. Yeah. Let's see how it's raised up now. And I think that looks pretty good. I could make a wall down here. Like just draw that wall all the way down, but for now we're getting the effect we want, roughly. Link to the Past. I love that game. That was one of my favorites as a kid. Yeah, I don't know if I would say it's like this. You know what I do want to get is, I mean, it's like that in that like I'm trying to show the bottom layers, but Zelda is, from what I can tell, it's like a hybrid perspective because these columns right here are like perfectly straight down. Whereas this is at an angle, right? Everything else in the game is at an angle, except for the walls, which is pretty bizarre. I mean, it works, but it's kind of bizarre, right? Like logically, it does not make sense, right? Because these bars, if they're gonna stick with that, like those bars should just be a horizontal line because we're looking straight down at it. But then that also doesn't really take into account camera position and all of that. But I digress. Yeah, that game rocks. Has really, really good puzzles. What's the other one that's really good? Link's Awakening. I love that one. Have you played that one? So let's get a floor drop. Maybe there's. You go up here. Which for that we're just going to duplicate that. But there's going to be. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm gonna be one of these here. Got the wrong layer, Sean. There we go. So we have that. And so the idea would be you're from second floor to third floor. And I think here's where I want to experiment with the drop floor. That did not work. Am I on the wrong floor? Yeah. So maybe it's like there. I probably need to make that its own tile though. Yeah, let's get that tile in. There's a method to my madness. To the end. Just put it next to that thing. Alright, so we're gonna do like first off, it's gonna be filled with black. I think the whole thing's just gonna be black. And maybe there's like a little bit of this action. Not like, I guess we could go all the way around. Does that make sense? Yeah. Alright, so we have our drop tile. I'm about ready for a fresh pot of coffee. I mentioned that a little while ago. I'm gonna need a coffee break. So we can do new single tile. I'm gonna call this, you know, drop. That works for me. So now, oops, place that there. What I think will be fun, excuse me, is if that drop, I'll make sure I have the right spot. It's one of those where like you keep falling and oh no, but it's no, I want them to be, I guess that's all right. So if the player's just like not thinking logically, they won't really know that they're just getting sent back to the beginning. But so I have to program that, but before I do that, I'm going to get that aforementioned coffee going. All right. Watch Nintendo made. Yeah, have you played the oh, or do you speedrun it? That's cool. How fast can you beat that game? And do you play the Game Boy Color one or do you play the remake? The remake is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna make some coffee. I will be RB. Let's get a fun AFK screen. I'm thinking, let's do the battle. Show off the witch. The witch and her cohorts. Hopefully it doesn't crash. I've been refactoring, and so it's always like a bit of a risk. old one. An hour? How do you beat that game in an hour? Is it like heavily glitched? Is there like wall clipping or something? That's wild. Okay, so we want to get, so we want them to go from there to there. So we just need to add one or. I think I put it on the wrong layer. Oh no, we're good. I put it on the right layer. I think. I was just looking at the wrong floor. Yeah, we want this on the top layer, I believe. So I'm gonna, we can leave it in there for now, but to make that tile in here. That's what I use for transitions and objects and stuff. So we can just do a drop. I think that's where I had it. All right. Yeah. And so they fall down. We need to add the functionality. So those will be considered transition, I believe. And no, check collision. Return, so we return this. So we get the tile. It's like here. Drop. Well, I guess this is just the transition down, but it's going to be. We have to animate that. But for now, we'll just do that and we'll play different sound effects. Yeah, that'll work for now. I'm actually using the same as that for now, so we'll just play that. So always going to be the same. Grab my coffee. Oh my gosh, I made it too strong. All right, we have free zone. All right, so now I have to change how we handle that transition. Up, position down. Mm. So I think we're making these automatically in maybe we just don't use that. I have to find how we handle the transition between floors, which I'm pretty sure is here. Yeah, so we just go in here and we just check. We need some kind of flag for the type of transition, but I think how we have it, it'll just work. So we go up. We're gonna go all the way up. Right. Yeah, so it works. We just have to check if that cell we're on is also a drop cell. Cool. So that one doesn't. How does that one work? It shouldn't exist. Alright, so we fall down. We need to do collision check. Up. Down. So if we're going down, that's fine, but we also want, we're gonna need current floor. Yeah. Try move player, so it's going to be the same position and yeah. But we're going to yield. This is going to simulate the animation of it. And we also want to do after this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I love coffee. All right, so this should we fall down, it should wait a second and fall down again. Negative. It worked there. That's weird. That's probably why. I think both of these need that. Let's remove that off actually. Do if player that is okay. Yield to players. Let's see if that fixes it, because before it just wasn't registering, and I think it's because it was held up yielding. Whoa, 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 sorry. Holding up. Holding. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a weird one. Okay, it works. Okay, but now we have a bug there. Let's see. An idle now. That's, didn't have that 7 in there. No, something broke there. We gotta check out player. Gotta check out actor. Aha, that's the problem. We need to change that. Oh, I know what we do. Okay, that's not working. And maybe. Good, that fixes it. Cool. Beautiful. Beautiful. Doesn't look half bad. That's kind of neat how you can still see the very bottom layer. They just get progressively darker, which makes sense because they get further away. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. Oh, that bug's back, huh? Thought I had that fixed. So, movement's not equal to 0. And the player is moved. Is it just when we're going down? Let's see. That's a weird one. Oops. If I just do that, see, then we lose that. I don't know why that doesn't work. Just gonna see if that works. Does not. Let's do that. Yeah, we really need to check that drop. Am I not setting floor index? Could that be why? Shouldn't that be outside of that? Instead of all that, do try to move player. Player. true. So if it's a test, do this. If collision, if not, test only. We'll do, and that yield will be in there. That way I can just check if we're getting that collision. Let's see if it works. Yes, I think we fixed it. Let's try and break. Oh. That's probably just to do with our timers. So we should probably get that. Maybe we don't need that. Let's try doing that again. Weird. Not test only. Root container. Is it broken or something? Okay, looks good so far. That doesn't look good, huh? Let's see. Abster. Oh. No, that's breaking. So these work, those don't. Weird. So if we just treat it as one, no, we're still losing that. And I. Do I have it backwards? Whoa, 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 whoa. So this work, it's just one floor work. No. I don't know, it's weird. We had it working almost. Target current floor, try to move player. Else. It's receiving it, it's just not doing anything with it. Which means it has to be getting from there. Let me take that out. And so those work. That works, but it's like we're on the wrong layer. It's not teleporting us. Ah, would that be it? Right. So we don't want that. What? Oh, there's 0 prompts. So that end. So stairs work. What the heck? Is it that? So if we don't change the floor index, what if we just do that better? Oh, that clamp wouldn't cover that. Dude, what? Wait, this isn't right. This isn't... My logic was flawed. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. This is backwards. Oh, that's right. Value min max. Okay. Do that. Okay, we're still not transitioning. What's to do if, like, is it a timing thing? Okay. Oh my gosh. Was it that timing? Let's see, I'll put the timing back. What the heck did I even change in here? Oh, because I was using that absolute, so when it was -2, the absolute of -2 would be 2. Oh man, that was a dumb bug. Anyway, we have falling through the floor now. Well, we do need to disable the player. We probably want, not probably, we definitely want the world container to handle that. Do that else. Cool. So mainly, I need to figure out how to animate that. I mean, it's certainly like readable enough right now, but I want to update it a bit. Also, don't want them to be able to walk off of that. There. A sec. We'll worry about that later. So now we can do, like, if we wanted to go and grab this, just do like a whole pit, which I'll probably just make that more like an auto tile. And so if you step on that, you just fall down there. Also, this is kind of bugging me. Let me, so our second floor, and we go up there. So that means we need this guy there. We don't want that one. Yeah, cool. Maybe I'll just mess with the player, give them all these options. Make it seem like one of these is right. Maybe one will be. That's probably good for me for now. I'm trying to just relax. I don't like to work too hard on Sundays, but thanks for coming out, Panda. I know you left a little bit ago, but thanks for hanging out and asking questions. I enjoyed answering your questions for sure. Let me make sure we're all caught up. All right, have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want anything explained in more detail, or if you have any feature suggestions or requests. If you want me to focus on anything, I'm all ears. All right, take care.